Welcome. I'm Carly. Can you begin sitting comfortably cross-legged in the center of your mat? A great prop to have is a block or a thick book or a large can of beans would do the trick, but it is not necessary. Lengthening through the top of your head and leaning forward and back until you feel the bottom of your sits bones under your seat. And then root down through those sits bones, and that is how you lengthen. Beginning your ujjayi breath now in through your nose and out through your nose. And taking your left hand to the edge of the mat and sweeping your right hand across your body. And turn your heart gently to the ceiling. And keep your heart lifted, but turn it to face the ground. The stretch moves to the back body, those paraspinals. Sweep that hand down and across your body and switch sides. Turn your heart to the ceiling. Anything that doesn't feel good to you, you can skip it or do something different. Turn your heart to face the ground. Sweep it across. Keep moving side to side on your breath. And as you do this, if you can keep your eyes closed and keep your focus within your body on how this feels in this moment. And the invitation for your practice today is to give yourself the gift of presence. Letting go of everything that has happened to get you to this moment on your mat. Letting go of all the concerns of your future. Be here now. Finish on the next side. And coming through center. Beautiful. Making your way into table pose. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Drop your belly. Lift your head. Take a slow inhale. Exhale, drop your head, lift your belly. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your head. Connecting the movement to your breath. Exhale, drop your head, lift your belly. Couple more rounds. Drop your belly, lift your head, push through your hands and your fingers. Exhale, drop your head, lift your belly, lift your heart. Coming through center now. Take your knees back an inch or two, tuck your toes, finding your first downward facing dog. You're trying to create a straight line from your wrists to your hips. Your knees can be bent as you need them to be. From here, we're just going to gently walk the dog, lowering or one heel or bending one knee more than the other. Moving through a salutation now. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale, look forward and walk your feet towards your hands, forward fold. Soft knees here is a good idea while you're not warm. Inhale halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen your spine. Hands can be on the ground, on fingertips or on your legs, just not on your knees. Exhale, hinge at the hip again, soft knees. With those bent knees, you root down to rise to standing, hands reaching high. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, halfway, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands, step or walk back to plank. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Lower all the way to the mat, tops of your feet on the mat. Pull your shoulders and chest back. Isometrically pull your hands behind you as if you're trying to pull your heart forward through that window of your shoulders, lengthening the spine. Pushing back through your knees, tuck your toes down, facing dog. On your exhale, look forward, walk or step, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, release your neck, stay here. Place the right hand under your face, bend the right knee. Inhale the left hand high, twist. Push through that right hand to get more length through the top arm. Exhale the left hand down, place that under your face. Bend the left knee. Inhale the right hand high, twist. Exhale both hands down, release your neck. Inhale halfway, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root down to rise, standing hands above your head, high salute. Exhale, floating all the way back down. Inhale halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back to plank. Lower halfway, Chaturanga. This time, inhale, up dog or cobra. If you pick up dog, make sure that your shoulders are back at your heart. There's a lot of this that I see. You want to have your shoulders be back. This is a heart-opening pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high, bend the knees, stack the hips. Exhale, step it through between your hands. Inhale, lower your back knee and lift your arms, low lunge. Exhale, take your hips back, straighten your front leg to whatever degree feels okay to you. The front toes face the ceiling. And we're going to flow forward and back. If you have one of the bodies who end up sitting on your back foot for this, that is absolutely fine. Inhale, take your hips forward, lift your heart, lift your arms. Don't keep your hands on the ground here. We're trying to stretch that psoas muscle that moves up into your core. So you want to keep it lengthened. Exhale, hips back, fold forward. Inhale, coming forward last time, arms and chest rise. Exhale, lower your hands, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, runner's lunge. Step back to plank. Halfway chaturanga, elbows pulled into your sides. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Chest forward, chest open. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high, bend the knee, stack the hips. Exhale, step that foot through between your hands. Inhale, lower the back knee and lift your arms and chest. Exhale, hips back, straighten that front leg. Blocks are a great choice for your hands here. Inhale, take it forward, lift your chest. Exhale, second time, hips come back, straighten that front leg. Inhale, take it forward. Exhale, lower the hands down either side of your front foot, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, runner's lunge. Step back to plank. Exhale, halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high, bend the knees, stack the hips. This time, chung forward into plank and take that knee across to the opposite elbow, to the left elbow. Try to tap it, but you don't need to. Inhale, take it back up straight now, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through between your hands. Inhale, rise all the way back, peaceful warrior. So you turn your back heel in and you reach for the back of the mat. Front knee is bent, back leg is straight. Exhale, forearm to thigh, swoop that back arm overhead, extended side ankle. Take that bottom shoulder under and peel that top shoulder back as if you're practicing between two planes of glass, or I like to say a toaster, like you're in a toaster oven. And now from here, goddess pose. Forward fold. Pull your feet isometrically together so there's stability in your hips as you fold all the way down. Release your head. Walking your hands to the front of the mat, runner's lunge. Step back to plank. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high, bend the knees, stack the hips. Exhale, take it across the body to the opposite elbow, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, take it back up, straighten it to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through between your hands. Inhale, rise, peaceful warrior. Turn that back heel in as you windmill the arms back behind you. Legs stay in that lunge. Legs stay as they are as you take that front forearm to your thigh and reach that back arm overhead, extended side angle. And as we're here for a few breaths, can you peel that top shoulder back and tuck that bottom shoulder under? Same with the hips as if you're in a toaster. Goddess pose now, knees bent, cactus arms. Pull your feet isometrically in as your toes come forward. Hinge forward at the hips. Release your head down. What do you want to do here? You can ragdoll, hands in your elbows, clasp your hands behind your back, whatever feels good. Releasing your hands to the mat now, walking them to the front of the mat, runner's lunge. Step back to plank. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra, chest wide. Exhale, downward facing dog. Notice if your mind is wandering and give yourself some grace. And with kindness, come back to this moment. The feeling of the mat under your hands and feet. Feeling of the breath in your nose. Nothing else. Adding on now, inhale the right leg high, bend the knees, stack the hips. Exhale to the opposite elbow. You have the choice to straighten that right leg underneath your left leg out to the side and then lift your left hand high, fallen style. You can stay in three-legged dog if you prefer. If you're in a fallen style, you can gently lower your hips, turn to the leg that is still on your mat at the back of your mat and gently fold over it. Coming up again, you're going to place those hands back in that plank position. Push through the leg that is on the mat, the left leg, actively through that foot and turn around. Take that right leg back up to the ceiling, three-legged dog. Exhale, step that foot between your hands. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Turn that back heel in as you reach back. Forearm to thigh, top hand reaches forward, extended side angle. Switching it up now from here, you're going to turn to the front and lift the back heel off the mat, crescent. Taking your arms wide, hinge forward. So this is grounded airplane. You can stay here or you can lift your back foot for airplane. Rotate your left hip internally, your left knee internally, so your hips are square. One-legged mountain, take that left knee up, arms reach high or out wide if you prefer. From here, bring your hands to your hips. You notice your hips are square, or you can just adjust your top. And step that left foot behind you. Keep your feet hip distance apart, so you're not in a straight line. The legs are straight, hands stay on your hips, making sure they're square as you fold forward, pyramid pose. Take a few breaths at this halfway point and root down through the front toes and notice how that activates your hip flexor and helps hold you up. And from here, soften down, release your hands. This is often called intense leg stretch, which I think should be self-explanatory. You should feel this strongly in the back of your front leg. Try not to have your back foot completely turned out to the side. It can be turned out slightly, but you do want the toes naturally facing the same direction. Bend your front knee. Step that back foot further back so you're in a runner's lunge. Then step the front foot back. Now you're in plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. That is the full sequence. Let's do it on the other side. Inhale the left leg high, bend the knees, stack the hips. Exhale, take it underneath to the opposite elbow. Option to straighten that leg, lift the right hand high, fallen star. If you're in fallen star, you can sit down and fold over that back leg. A few breaths here. If you're not in fallen star, you can stay in three-legged dog. Turning around, hands in that plank position at the front of your mat. Root through the back leg that is on the mat. Come onto those toes as you lift that left leg high, straighten it, three-legged dog. Exhale, step that foot through between your hands. Inhale, rise. Peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle, forearm to thigh, or your version. This time you're going to turn your hips to the front, lift the back heel, crescent pose. Keep your feet where they are, keep your hands wide, grounded airplane. Choice to transfer the weight to your front foot and lift that back leg. Keeping your hips square to the ground. One-legged mountain, lift that back leg, holding the knee up in front of you. Arms to the ceiling. Step that back foot hip distance apart, but a few feet behind you. Pyramid pose, hands on your hips, keep your hips square. Stay at this halfway mark and be aware of your back being neutral. Now, if you're an overextender, keep a small bend in that front knee so you don't lock that knee out. And then if it feels okay for you, you can soften all the way down, release your neck. Blocks are a great choice here. If it's sharp or pulling in that front knee, you need to keep the knee really bent and you can step. Keep your stance a little narrower so you're not as long in the lunge. From here, step that back foot further back, runner's lunge, bend your front knees, step the front foot back. Now you're in plank. Last vinyasa here, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Enjoy this. Be fully present. How's this feel in your chest, lengthening your spine? Exhale, downward facing dog. Enjoy the openness you've created in your body. Bend your knees and walk your hands back into a squat at the back of your mat. And now from here, we're going to work on malasana. So if you can comfortably turn out and have your heels on the ground, you can do a regular malasana squat. If your heels are off the ground, I recommend you roll your mat up. So if you're doing it lengthwise on your mat, you would roll it like this and rest your heels on the mat. You don't want to have too much pressure on your Achilles because we all know the story of that and it wasn't a good one. If this is just not accessible due to hip or knee flexion, then you can lie on your back. Holding your knees with your hands, take your knees out to the side. This is the same posture, but there's no pressure on your ankles or your hips. So you're still getting the opening there of the hip and the knee. And if your issue is the ankles, then rather than having soft feet here, arch your feet, and that way you still get that dorsiflexion. So pick a version that works for you. Malasana is a key functional pose. It's getting up and down. In the Western world, a lot of us lose this as we age, and that is due to furniture. In the East, they often eat in a crouch. They go to the bathroom low. So we want to do this pose as often as possible. If you're in a squat malasana and your feet are flat, then I invite you to move a little deeper. If your elbows are low, can you take them up so they're just inside of your knees? And then with your hands in prayer, can you touch the thumbs to your chest? And that invites your knees open a little bit. And then from there, you're working at lengthening your spine so your back is straight. And this also stops an internal rotation of the knee. So sometimes if you have internal rotation problems, that's the benefit of this squat, is that your elbows anchor your knees wide. And as I'm talking, you're breathing slowly, you're releasing, you're softening and opening those muscles. Okay, don't roll back if you're in the squat position from an external rotation. Rather, bring your knees and toes to face forward and then gently sit down. We are moving to the yin portion of the practice now. So lying on your back, straightening your left leg, bending your right knee. Take that right knee across your body. Can you take it all the way to the ground or to the point where your right shoulder comes off the ground? And then straighten your right arm out to the side, palm faces the ceiling. Keep a little bend in that elbow and do a snow angel with that right hand. So your right arm, so you're also getting a nice opener in your chest, your right chest and shoulder. And if your shoulder doesn't come off the ground, then you don't need to do the snow angel, and that's okay. You'll just enjoy the spinal twist. Coming back through center, switching legs, straightening the right leg, bending the left knee, taking that left knee across your body till your left shoulder comes off the ground. Left hand faces the ceiling, a little snow angel with that left arm. Coming back through center now. If you're comfortable in pigeon, come into that now. Otherwise, we're going to come into your prime figure 4, right ankle in front of your left knee, clasp behind your left thigh. We're going to be here for a little bit under a minute. And this will be our second to last pose. So really going inward now, closing your eyes. And on your next exhale, can you allow your shoulders to soften toward the mat? Releasing any tension there. Being aware of everything that exists for you in this moment. Sounds, the air on your skin, the feeling of this asana in your body. And let go of anything from the past or the future. Allow yourself to be completely absorbed by this magical present moment. In whatever way works for you, you're going to gently switch sides. You take the left ankle in front of the right knee and clasp behind the right thigh. And if you're in figure 4 and you don't have access to clasp behind your right thigh, you can use a wall by simply placing your right foot on a wall and your left ankle in front of the right knee. On your exhale, allowing any tension to dissolve. Making sure your ankle is in front of your knee, not your foot. You don't want to sickle your foot. If you have knee issues, I recommend recline figure 4 instead of pigeon. And a further layer of protection is to have the foot closest to your face. That applies to pigeon or figure 4. Slightly active. So you're not in a full arch, you're just pulling the toes back so that foot is even and square and not sickling. And from here, you're going to gently release that. And if you're in pigeon, make your way onto your back. And we're going to finish with the happy baby. So pulling your knees out to the side, holding your feet, and gently moving side to side. I was a baby nurse for a couple of decades, and I've seen a lot of newborns do this pose, and they never just sit there and hold their feet. There's always this playfulness rolling around, and they're like, oh my gosh, what is that? That's my foot. So it's that idea of complete presence in this moment and playing with it. How do you make this feel good in your body? And from here, gently releasing your legs down, let your shoulders roll down your back and your hands move a little bit away from your body to allow for a fullness of breath of your ribs. Palms face the ceiling, close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose and exhale with an almost audible sigh out your mouth, nice and long. Finding stillness of mind or a reprieve from thinking. If you catch yourself thinking with compassion, bring yourself back to focusing on the breath, letting go of thought. And as this is an at-home practice, you can stay here as long as you want. But I'm going to sit cross-legged with my hands in prayer. Thank you so much for practicing with me, for giving me your valuable time today. I hope you had value from this, and the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.